It's another episode of Kickout.
That's right.
How's everybody been?
I'm blessed, man. How are you?
I'm good, man. Just in case people don't know, I go by the name of Skillet.
My name is Ace, DJ Ace.
Okay.
How was Christmas? How was New Year's?
It was all right.
It's good to see
was
you
a
guys.
bit,
It's really nice to see you guys.
Why are you acting like we're strangers?
No, it's been a while.
Man's acting shy.
It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a minute, man. But I think, it's time. I think it's never been a better time to be a wrestling fan.
100%.
And right now, there's a lot to talk about. And I think it's only right that we give the people the kick. I'll be honest, my inbox has been insane.
Yeah.
Just random people walking up to me on the street saying, yeah, can you bring Kickout back?
Oh, I forgot to tell you.
Yeah.
So you know I do Gorilla Position on a Wednesday.
Yeah, shout out to the man there.
I got out the train station and there was a guy working at TFL and he was like, Skillet! And I was like, oh, hello. He's like, oh, what's going on with Kickout?
Yeah.
What's going on? So, yeah.
Can I say as well, some of you are not even very polite. It's not even hello, how are you, how are your families? Just
What's going on with Kickout?
Just bring back Kickout.
They don't know if, somebody's dead in my family or anything like that.
They don't even know if me and Skillet still talk.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Want the content.
Just want the content. They don't give a
about us personally. We have somebody new in the team.
We do, man.
We have a beautiful, beautiful woman named, we have two beautiful women now. Two beautiful women. And a new woman's part of the team. Her name is SoNicky.
Yes.
Hello.
Nikki, introduce yourself. Please tell us about yourself. Tell the people watching all about your podcast, your journey, and how you became a member of the team.
That's a lot of stuff, you know.
This is a fair question.
Hey guys, I'm Nikki. What was the other question?
Your journey?
My journey. Oh God, I've just been doing I went from presenting, did radio, used to do some press.
Awesome.
Now I'm podcasting.
You do really well on the podcasting format.
I'm trying.
You're
it's
everywhere.
a lot of hard work.
I saw you recently on your Aunties Could Never. I love that podcast. You were very funny on that. You were hilarious.
I absolutely love it. It was an emotional episode for me as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was actually.
Out of the blue, I wasn't expecting it, but it was a good episode. It was fun.
This is a podcast where no tears are required. I'll put that.
Oh, no tears.
There will be no crying.
I mean, there might be some tears if your favourite wrestler wins the title.
Okay.
There might be something.
Have you ever cried of a wrestling victory?
I nearly cried when Ben won.
Okay. No, that's fair. Tay, you ever cried?
Yeah, you ever cried?
You never cried?
No.
What? No one dropped a thug tear for Kofi Mania?
No.
I think I did a bit. I teared up a bit for Kofi.
Yeah, 100%. No, Nikki.
It's true. Like when he went back to Ghana, and that did make me feel emotional, but I didn't cry.
Okay.
But I feel like I could cry after. When Cena retires, I can imagine that last. Yeah. Oh God, I feel emotional now.
Gosh, I'm sorry.
Nikki, can I ask you your wrestling history, like your wrestling journey? Like who was your favourites growing up? What made you become a fan?
I had a lot of favourites growing up. It was pretty much like the poster boys, like Stone Cold. I enjoyed Triple H. I enjoyed the women as well. Tori Wilson was my favourite.
Oh, Tori Wilson!
I love Tori Wilson, and then of course Trish Stratus, Lita. I love them all.
I loved it.
Yeah, it was actually my cousin that got me into wrestling when I was like 8 or 9, and I've been hooked ever since.
That's amazing.
And he don't even care about this no more. But yeah, it's okay.
If you had to choose, I mean, these answers always change every day.
Yeah.
We ask everybody these questions, but if you had to choose a Mount Rushmore right now, currently,
because I feel like you asked me this before, and I know. And the thing is, I actually thought about this today, and I'm like,
your mind changed.
Yeah, it's
changed.
changed.
Who's it today?
Today. Okay, today. Do you know what? Yeah, you know how the Undertaker has different variations.
Oh, yeah, this is important. Which Undertaker? Are we
Because
talking about?
I thought about this because I've been catching up on old wrestling since everything's on Netflix now. So I like the American Badass Undertaker.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm joking. That's fine. No judgment.
No judgment.
We
Just
listen,
represent.
but we
We
don't judge.
That's right.
Okay, so that Undertaker, Stone Cold, Shawn Michaels, Cena.
Okay.
That's a good four. That's a good. So you got gas with the keep rolling when he used to come down the
Listen,
bike and all
that
that.
song?
Yeah,
Oh,
he used to gas
listen.
me. That song was hard. I have to say that song was hard.
That was just, I think that was a moment of its own.
Yeah,
Just that entrance for the first time.
Limp Bizkit.
Yeah, and then that whole beef with Triple H, like, this is my yard. Do you remember
I
that?
remember that.
Yeah,
I remember that.
That was a whole moment on its own, so I have to give him that.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah.
I mean, you mentioned it, so we should start, man. Raw and WWE now on Netflix.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
The first one was, how long long ago? We're 2 weeks away now. 2 weeks removed.
This is the second episode.
It's just
second
come
episode,
out.
Yeah.
Firstly, I want to say it looks sick.
It does.
It does.
Yeah, production value
Presentation
insane.
is
The drones.
Oh, yeah.
The
all of that.
drones.
Mad.
Yeah.
There was one drone that was outside. It flew into the ring. It flew outside, went around the crowd. Amazing. Insane.
Yeah, and the attendance looked crazy. It looked like a WrestleMania.
Yeah.
It felt like a WrestleMania.
Like a proper PPV, like proper.
Quickly, what did you guys think of the first episode? I'm going to come to you first, Nikki, and then we'll ask you next, Tay. Your honest opinion, because I assume everybody here expectations were so high.
Very.
Did you think it lived up to expectations?
I think it did a lot of commercial value, a lot. But like I had like some good laughs watching it as well, so that's what made me like it. I really liked. Did you not hear Pat McAfee when he said, "Oh, to Travis Scott, oh, that sage you're burning."
Yeah.
That killed me because he said it more than
good.
once as well. He was
Yeah.
really trying to PG it, but then just those moments like that, I'm like, these are wrestling moments. Like it's happened before, and they're continuing it now. So yeah, I for me, out of 10, I'll probably give it like an 8.
That's a good
Yeah.
point. That's a very good point because that Travis Scott marijuana, smoking the blunt,
He didn't care.
that wasn't planned. You know?
No, 100%.
That was not
could not
planned.
have been planned.
That
Through
wasn't
the
planned.
crowd, like, yeah.
And then it just makes Jay look like such a bigger star than he is. Jay's gonna have a great year this year.
I
Oh,
think so.
amazing.
He's gonna have a great year this year. If he doesn't
Absolutely.
get injured or anything like that, he's gonna have a great year.
Yeah.
What did you think, Tay, of what did you think of The Rock and him breaking character and
I mean, okay, we all know that I love The Rock.
yeah, it's the GOAT.
I would have preferred if he came out as the final boss instead of Dwayne Johnson, TKO board member.
Yeah.
But I guess he kind of had to just because it's the new one on Netflix.
Yeah.
So he had to have that role.
I feel like that episode wasn't for us.
No,
No,
It was actually
definitely
it was for the
wasn't.
board. It was for the board. It was for the board.
It was for the board.
And it was for new fans.
And for new fans.
It was
It
for new
wasn't
fans.
really for old fans.
It was an introduction, I think.
it
Like,
was.
look,
It was.
this is the new Netflix era. Like, it wasn't for die-hard WWE.
I didn't think of it that way.
Yeah, it
that's
wasn't. It was,
interesting.
yeah, it wasn't for us.
It was an introduction.
Yeah.
What did you think of Cody being in the crowd when The Rock
That was very wild.
breaking characters? Like, "Oh, you held this company on your back.
Yeah.
How's
Do you
Mama
know what?
Rhodes?"
I actually thought when you were saying this person who did it, I thought you were talking about Triple H.
Alright.
I thought you were saying like he brought us here. Did it? I was like, yeah. And then he said
talking
Cody Rhodes. I was
Cody.
like, what's going on here? And Cody's all kiki, and I'm not gonna lie, I didn't like it.
Yeah, I can
No, I didn't
understand
like
that. Ace, what did you think of?
Yeah, I think as an episode again, I think I watched it with in mind thinking, okay, this is for we've been saying this for weeks, like we're gonna have so many new wrestling fans because it's on Netflix, that accessibility of Netflix, everyone's got Netflix in their house, and a lot of people were wrestling fans back in the day and be like, okay, so why is it popping now? Let me watch this new Netflix version of wrestling. So I think a lot of it was just to set up new fans and let them know what was going on and get them to understand. So I did have that in the back of my mind, but as a regular wrestling fan, I didn't love it.
Yeah, same.
I think like I had more expectations, bigger expectations, even for like some of the storylines, I thought like the Rock thing was so confusing. Like we were like messaging back and forth during it, and I was like, this feels like he's gonna retire, or he's like he's done, or he's leaving. Like I don't understand. Like only a couple of months ago, you were in the middle of a huge storyline. Like you haven't even finished it, and you're giving us this mad speech that kind of you was just babbling. Didn't really make no sense. I was kind of let down by the CM Punk Seth Rollins match. I'm sure we'll get into that a little bit later. I loved Hulk Hogan getting booed.
Yes.
So yeah, those things I enjoyed. I think it was a good introduction, but it wasn't like
because
yeah.
because the episode was last week, we might as well go straight into certain parts of the episode.
Yeah.
And because we're going to talk about yesterday's last night's Raw 2 nights ago. Let's go straight into Roman Reigns and Roman Reigns defeated Solo,
Yes.
and then The Rock came
Good
down.
match. I enjoyed the match.
So after The Rock already done the whole board member, head of the board, whatever promo, and everybody's like, oh, okay, he's not doing final boss. Then he comes back down after Reigns defeats Solo, and then puts the Ula Fala on his neck, and then. So I'm gonna go to you first, Nikki. Do you think was that a way to say we're not doing any more Reigns and Rock, or is that gonna come back into fold?
To be honest, I don't really know why that happened. Like when I was, when I was watching, I was a bit like, Like that was my reaction to that. I was like,
Yeah.
okay, because again, like you said, from the speech and going into that, when he was coming out, I was like, what are you doing? Like, where is this kind of going? So I wasn't really too sure about that. As for the match, the Rocker side, I did enjoy the match because there was so many like,
Yeah, it was sick.
is he about to do this? Is he about to not? That's what I enjoyed about the match. But then The Rock being a part of it, it was a bit like, you know, when like legends keep coming back, I don't know if I'm too much of a fan of that, to be honest with you. And that's what it was for me. I was like, you came out, gave a speech at this new thing that they've created here. Stay at the back now. That's
Fair
how
enough.
I felt. Yeah.
But surely it must be teasing Reigns and Rock.
I mean,
surely.
that's exactly what I thought it was
Yeah,
doing.
yeah.
They gave it enough of like a pause to be like,
Yeah.
I'll give it to you now, but I might take that back later.
Yeah.
So I kind of like that part. I did like the shot that they had of him walking through. That was amazing.
Yeah.
When Roman was kind of to the side and then you could just see the Rock coming in. But
Yeah.
Question.
I think it's done. Sorry, can I just disagree?
Really?
I think it's done. I don't even necessarily.
I don't think it's done.
I
Do
don't
you know what I think they
I
might
got a
do?
feeling we may not see The Rock in a wrestling ring.
No.
Competing again.
It's gonna happen. It's too.
Really?
There's,
Yeah,
no,
you think so?
there's too
I
much
think
money
we're
in the
done.
line. It's
Do
too
you
much
know
money.
what?
As you say, as I think about it, I'm not excited for it. I don't know what
Yeah.
it is. I'm just like,
But here's the twist. This is what I think is gonna happen. I think it's gonna. It's definitely gonna. I don't know if it's gonna happen at this Mania or not. I don't know about that. But I think Rock and Reigns is definitely gonna happen. I think not only was The Rock doing that whole thing as a board member, as the head of the board, and changing him in this breaking character, but that also might also have been a face turn.
It was a face turn.
okay.
Because when you think about it, has Reigns really turned face? Reigns hasn't apologized to the
Reigns
bloodline.
is face.
He hasn't made up. He's made up with them, but he hasn't really done the right
Bro,
things.
Reigns is face. He
Temporarily-
He's tagged with Cody. He's with Sam. He's face. Like
He's temporarily a face, but he could switch back to.
I agree with temporary.
Because
I
think
think
about
he's
it,
a
right?
face.
He might be face because he hasn't got the Ula Fala. Now the Ula Fala's back on
He's
his
gonna
neck.
go back to being
He
a
could
heel.
go back to being a sinister person.
I don't think the crowd will turn on him. I don't think he can get the heat that he had before.
That's a good point.
I think like he's cemented in his greatness. Like I don't think it will take a lot for them to turn on him.
Rock and Reigns must happen. That must
I don't think it will.
happen.
And I'm
Do you
not
think
actually.
it's past it now.
I think
they missed it.
I think it's like what like Nikki said. Like I don't think anyone's excited for it no more.
Yeah.
I think at the point that it could have been,
Yeah.
the crowd kind of pissed on it when like we wanted
Cody,
Cody
yeah,
before that, and it probably should have happened the year before maybe.
Yeah. Definitely.
And now it's just like
Okay. So
Yeah.
Punk Reigns. Everybody wants to see that.
I think so. Yeah.
I think
would
it's gonna
love
have to be
to
CM
see
Punk
that.
Reigns.
Yeah, I think it is.
Them two in a cage together did numbers.
100%.
Again.
Like they were just sharing a cage.
100%.
That-
I think it has to be, and then I think like Paul Heyman is just a cherry on the cake for that. Like who's his allegiance to? Like where does they're fighting for the wise man basically? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think that's the money, but I don't even think we'll get that at Mania.
Interesting.
I think we're a little while away from that as well.
We don't need to talk about Hogan, do we?
I do want to say this, like in regards to Hogan,
Anyway.
He got booed.
a lot of people think it's because of like his stance on Trump, and
On Trump, yeah.
I don't think
But
it is
Undertaker
that.
didn't get booed.
Undertaker never got booed, and Undertaker sat with Trump. Do you know what I'm saying?
Hogan
So-
never really apologized for his racist actions. And
That's what I was gonna say. It's because
Yeah.
he's racist.
He's racist.
And he repeated it, and he's doing it, and he kept repeating the racist language throughout the campaign with Kamala as well.
Yeah.
And he's just not a nice person. So
I was explaining to someone the other day, but this was probably like 2 months ago, but I was like saying to someone that, you know, his daughter really wanted to do R&B music. Like
Yeah,
she
I
had
know.
grills
Yeah,
and
no,
everything.
yeah, she
And
did.
you're still being racist.
that's the thing. That's the
The
problem.
girl had grills in her music video, everything. She got Paul Wall to make her grills,
Yeah.
even though he's still another white man. But
Yeah.
like, she was really in that culture, and you still want to be racist. She
Mad
didn't want
And
that.
Hogan had black friends. This was
He
weird.
had
Dennis
black
Rodman,
friends.
and Mr. T, all these people were his friends. So
I think it's arrogance that he doesn't feel like he needs to apologize for his
course,
racism.
yeah.
And I think he's always under the assumption that he's actually bigger than wrestling, and you're actually not.
No.
And I'm glad that the crowd showed him that.
100%. All right, quickly, Seth Rollins, Punk. Well, Ace, you didn't like the match. Why? What's going on?
No, not that I didn't like it. I think I would have preferred more of a build up to it. And I know like we had a few back and forths. We've had like some of the sickest mic work I've seen. Like both of them. Like people think that Seth is good. Seth is great. But I also I've heard that people think that he couldn't hang with CM Punk on the mic, and he did. Like
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, there was parts of that like leading up to it, where he actually, I think, was better than him.
Yeah.
And I guess it's not over, so
It's not
we're
over.
still cooking. Do you know what I mean? But I think, yeah, I don't know. It just didn't satisfy me, and I don't know what it was. I don't know what was missing, but I just feel like there's stuff. It didn't feel personal enough to me either.
I mean, I think it's hard to kind of convey that in a match, isn't it?
Is it?
think
We've seen matches that look personal, or like blood feuds.
You thinking Edge and Matt? What are you thinking?
Oh.
What are you thinking?
We've seen matches where that look personal and it looks like there's hatred. This just looked like two good wrestlers.
No, that's true.
It didn't look too
Oh,
personal to me,
No.
but it did give good main event.
Okay.
Yeah.
For Raw.
Yeah.
But
For Raw.
when you think of CM Punk and Seth Rollins, that is like, that should be a Mania.
Well, the
main
problem
event.
is, and this is no disrespect to CM Punk, he can't go like he used to. Like, he can still do all right, but Seth maybe would have had to slow it down a bit for Punk.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I
He
mean?
held his
Yeah.
own with Drew,
He did.
and they made that
Punk did.
seems very believable.
Yeah, but Seth's a different monster to Drew. Let's be real.
I mean,
We're not comparing Drew to Seth now.
why not?
As an in-ring
No,
talent.
we're not.
No,
but like,
we're not.
I'm
We're not
talking about storytelling.
Yeah, okay.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like Drew and Punk, like from what I understand, they didn't have. Well, they might do or they might not, but their history doesn't seem as like personal as Seth and Punk. But they still made it seem like it was. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I feel like Seth and Punk just had a good match.
Yeah, they must have talked backstage in it and squashed it. Probably.
Probably.
I mean, I don't even know if I believe the beef anymore.
Nah, it's not there.
It's not real, is it?
It was, but not now.
You don't think so? Good.
It's like Punk's been in best behaviour.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that you can't hate somebody because
I
of
want to
his
know the
behaviour.
backstory of that behavior, to be honest, because when he came back, I was like,
Yeah.
this man swore he would never mess with these people again.
Everyone's got a
Oh
price.
yeah, we can tell you. You don't know all the stuff that happened in AEW and stuff. You don't know, do you? Do you know?
No, do you know what? Hey, you told me off about this last time. So
I'll tell you what, I'll tell you what. It's fine.
yeah, no.
Yeah,
Because I know he went there, but I don't actually know how long for.
We'll off air. We'll tell you. We'll fill you in with all the information.
Go
Okay.
do some homework.
I really do have to do something. Sometimes when I see do you know what? Let me know. Yeah, let me
All right. But then we might as well go to episode 2 of Raw, which just happened 2 nights ago, and we had a debut from an AEW star.
Penta.
You wouldn't know nothing about Penta, would you?
That, and I haven't finished the episode, but
Oh, you haven't seen it yet?
No, I literally watched the beginning shot with the drone, and guys, it was a long day. I dozed right off. Literally, that's all I remember was the drone coming in, Punk coming out of the car, and I was like, oh yeah, he's here. Lights out.
Fair enough. Well, he's on Netflix, isn't it? So you can always just watch that anytime. Penta, were you excited, Tay? Were you excited, Ace, for Pentagon Jr. to join WWE?
Yeah, I'm not the biggest AEW fan. I'm probably not like even one of the smallest ones.
All right.
but like,
Is
but,
his name Pentagon?
but yeah, but like I saw the hype with Penta, and so I was expecting huge things.
Yeah.
I mean, it was
What
a
did you
nice
think of the
start.
debut?
It was alright.
Yeah.
It wasn't like. It was amazing. It was alright. It's like
did
I don't
you
know what
think,
else to expect.
Exactly,
Yeah.
that's fine. So he was against Chad Gable?
Chad Gable.
I think I just got really annoyed at the beginning because of Chad Gable's theme song.
Yeah.
It just pissed me off for that whole match.
Yeah, fair
But
enough.
like the match was good. It was a nice
was a
intro.
good
He had a
match.
nice interview as well. I liked that
Yeah,
part. But
it went
yeah.
on really long. Apparently, I think Penta needs to remember that WWE's got a bit of a short running time with matches than opposed to AEW, where they used to just have like 20-minute, 30 matches on a Dynamite. Yeah. But it was a good match. I think Penta was slightly nervous. He made a few botches, but that's only normal. I think what they wanted to do was replicate the Taz and Kurt Angle debut, and then have, because the crowd was great. The crowd was responsive to Penta, but I think they were hoping for a bit. You know how when Taz debuted at Royal Rumble, the crowd went nuts. But that was in New York, so. But it was great. It was a good debut. Nice promo. He had his family was in front row. They were all emotional, crying. So that was good. Penta is he can be a true star. If they book him right, he could be a star.
So yeah, what's the future for Penta?
I'm hoping he'll probably be the next luchador to walk into the WWE doors to kind of emulate Rey Mysterio with the merch sale.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's always going to be one Rey Mysterio. No one, I don't think no offense to any luchadors out there, but I don't think you will ever have a bigger luchador than Rey Mysterio.
Yeah, they don't last that long,
No,
do they?
but Rey
Yeah.
Mysterio is so special. That's why he's got that.
Yeah.
He's got that it factor. But
Like-
even when he was 15, you can just
Yeah.
tell Rey was going to be a star. So I don't think Pentagon can do that, but he could come close.
Okay.
Definitely, I think he's going to be. They got a serious talent with this, and when his brother comes.
Yeah.
Because his brother's coming as well. Ray,
course,
when
yeah.
Ray Phoenix comes, it's a wrap. That guy is he's a star.
Okay.
He could be another Ray.
So I mean, are we talking just tag team wrestling or?
No. They need to be. I think need to be solo.
Really?
I think Penta should be on his own. I mean, they are the Lucha Bros, and they've done things in AEW and Mexico and around as a tag team, and they could pair them as a tag team temporarily. But
Yeah.
I think, I think they should have Penta as a solo act.
Okay.
He's just something else.
Okay.
So yeah, it's exciting. It's a good signing. It's a good signing. We'll see. We'll see how W does. AC Scratch is there speaking. I'm gonna see this guy on speed in 2 weeks.
Bring back the 24/7.
He's gonna be 24/7 time. He's gonna be on Heat. Sunday Night Heat.
I know it is. For me, it's just such a stacked card at the moment in regards to like superstars. It's gonna be very difficult. And we'll talk about this now. But I was just feeling. That's really bad and unprofessional, but it's fine. I think it's very difficult for anyone to stand out with the there are superstar wrestlers in this company at the moment.
Right.
So much so, and I was going to save this to later, but I just think Gunther needs to just leave this belt. Like they're doing, it's really devaluing the title because there's about 10 wrestlers that are more over than you. And he's amazing. And I thought his IC title run was amazing. But this, it's just a waste of a championship to have somebody that is not even seen as maybe top 15 in the company at the moment running around with one of your biggest titles.
Not top 15. Oh, no.
I feel like I could think of maybe am I wrong?
No. It is, yeah, you're
I
right
think
though.
I like him, but there's something missing with Gunther. I don't know.
For me, without a title, he's forgettable.
Yeah.
Yeah, without a title, he's forgettable.
That's a good point.
Well, they forgot him on the first Raw.
That.
Yeah.
So
That's mad.
Yep, that part. Because I can't even as you just brought up his name, I was in my mind. Oh yeah, that
Do you know
was
what I mean?
my thought. Oh yeah,
It's just that's a good point, Nikki. He does need the title, doesn't he?
yeah.
He does need it, but it's not working for the title.
He's not doing anything he's devalued the title.
He needs the title. That's the thing. As a wrestler,
I think he is officially mid card.
Yeah.
No, unfortunately.
Yeah.
He's he should be in the Braun Breaker, Sheamus. That's his level. He can't hang. He can wrestling wise. He's an amazing wrestler, but his character is not up there with the Drew McIntyre's, KO's, CM Punk, Seth Rollins. They're all these guys are even Jey Uso. These guys are all bigger stars than him. Yeah. He shouldn't have the main belt. I know it's not the main belt.
So
but
do you want to talk about the problem with him and Jay? Because he just kept laughing every time Jay would say something. I'm like,
it's just dead. It's dead.
And Jay's trying to cut that promo take me seriously.
Yeah,
and he's just laughing with the belt in his hand. I'm just like,
it's tight. They gotta get rid of him. Not get rid of him. Sorry.
Yeah.
But they need to
drop
take
the
that
belt.
away.
He needs to
well, he should drop
Yeah.
the belt. He should lose it to Punk.
No, maybe not Punk. Actually, yeah, maybe.
All right, I'm going to ask you guys. I mean, we're probably jumping ahead by asking this question, but who should main event Mania? Look, at the moment,
Right
where we are right now, in January the 15th,
Maybe it's an
2025.
Yeah.
Who are you guys want to see? So, because it's 2 nights.
Yeah.
Should night 2 be Reigns and Punk?
yeah,
Does everybody agree with this?
It could be.
I can't see any.
Yeah.
Else.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And what's night 1? Cody and Cena.
Probably a women's.
Cody and Cena.
Yeah.
I'm thinking
Yeah,
probably
it
a women's.
is.
Women would be good,
Yeah,
but they haven't done a
women's.
good job with building women's
Yeah,
to
but
main
no.
event at the moment.
Well, they'll
Right
have to
now.
bring back a Charlotte or a Becky.
Royal Rumble.
But
that's
even
all.
then, would that be
Yeah.
a main event?
I mean,
Like, I think
if
the Cena comeback tour might have to main event. But then knowing Cena, he won't main
wouldn't.
event that.
Yeah.
Knowing Cena, he would be like, no,
It's
I don't
too
need to main event.
predictable.
We can have this match.
It's too predictable.
It doesn't
as
have to
well.
be the main
Yeah.
event. It's a WrestleMania match. It's WrestleMania.
He'll probably come on first.
So you're probably right. It'll
Open
probably be a
up.
women's. But
Yeah.
all right, let's say hypothetically, let's say a women's is going to main event night 1.
Yeah.
Who are we putting in that spot?
Jade Cargill.
No.
If she comes back.
No ways. Who we put in that spot?
He has a soft spot for that woman.
Definitely.
Oh, I love
He
it.
does.
Okay, twisted.
He
I
makes
love-
got a soft spot for that
No,
woman.
they've got time between now and then to
You know what?
give her something.
You're
like-
right, you know.
Do
Do
you
you
know
know okay, her versus Charlotte.
Yeah,
Do you
I
think
like
they can
that.
build that?
I like that.
Jade versus Charlotte
Yeah.
would be
Thanks,
you
yeah.
think-
crazy.
you think Charlotte's the one
That's
that took her out?
crazy.
Yes.
No, that makes sense.
Why?
She probably wouldn't. But they'll try and figure it out. I don't know.
They probably don't even know who took her out yet. They even
It's
worked it
probably
out.
Yeah.
Naomi or I think it's Bianca.
Yeah, I thought it
It's
was.
probably
Yeah.
Bianca.
That would be very
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah,
if
that,
it
it's
was.
going to be a twist. It's going to be Bianca.
Yeah.
Because who was it that was saying that Bianca's jealous of Jade's?
Yeah, they're going to do
That
that.
I
So
can't remember.
Bianca
who it was.
versus
Yeah.
Jade is
Yeah.
the main event.
That needs to
then, is what
happen
you're saying.
That
anyway.
would be
good.
very
Yeah.
crazy.
That's that a night one main event?
That's not a main event, though. Let's be honest.
I'm sorry. I think
the,
it could be.
the reason why it's not a main
I
event.
really do.
No, it can be a main
Yeah.
event, but it's not builds. Jay's injured. It's just
They
not,
have
it's
time
the
for
time.
it.
No, I don't think they do. They don't have
I ain't
time.
got enough time for
They
it.
ain't got time for it.
Really?
It needs longer
oh,
time. They
haven't got time
I'm
for
on the other
anything.
side.
Yeah. not for women.
I think it will have to be maybe someone like who's the women's champion? Nia Jax, Tiffany Stratton. Nah.
Is what Tiffany
Who's the-
Stratton
I
and
can't watch.
Lyra,
Who's the Raw Women's
I can't.
champion?
Like, I can't.
Lyra
Oh,
Valkyria.
okay, Rhea
I
Ripley.
can't watch
So
Nia
Rhea Ripley's
Jax.
gonna go. It's gonna be Rhea Becky part 2. It's gonna be
What?
that.
I don't want
No,
to
I don't wanna
see.
see that.
What I
Two?
don't want to.
Is
If
that
it's a
their two
women's,
matches?
Yeah,
if
they
it's
had
a
a match
women's,
last
who
night.
I don't want to see, I know this for sure. Don't want to see Nia Jax. Don't want to see Rhea Ripley.
Unfortunately, you're
I
gonna.
don't want to see them.
Unfortunately, you're gonna see Rhea Ripley in the main event.
I
If she
Rhea
does, if
Ripley's
there is
fine.
a women's main event, she'll be main.
I
event.
don't.
Against who?
Oh, Becky.
Becky Lynch.
Yeah,
They got a part 2.
What's the story?
we'll figure it
No,
out.
well, she beat Becky. It's the rubber match, isn't it? She beat Becky Lynch at Mania last year. It's part 2 now.
Nah, I don't.
Becky Lynch is gonna come back Royal Rumble. You know that.
Yeah.
You know Becky Lynch is coming back Royal
Yeah.
Rumble. She might even win it.
No, they don't. She doesn't need to
No,
win it.
she
They
can't
love a
come back
two-time.
and win.
They love a
Yeah,
two-time
no.
Royal Rumble winner.
Yeah,
They
no.
love it. You know they love it.
Who wins the men's Royal Rumble?
It has to be Punk.
Yeah.
Or if not Punk has to win it through Elimination Chamber or something. I can
It's-
only
it's
see
gonna
I
Punk.
see
Punk.
that
It's
has to
gonna
be.
I think
I
Punk.
see Elimination Chamber.
I can see Punk, Cena
Yeah.
being the last 2 and Punk eliminating Cena.
I think Punk wins the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, eliminating Cena is the last 2.
I don't think Cena probably even goes that long. I think Cena finds a different way to have a big match at Mania, but you're right. I don't think he main events.
Yeah, no. Cena's he's humble. He's not on that anymore.
But that's why I don't think he's.
humble now.
I don't
He's
think
humble
it's.
now.
I don't think it's Cena, Cody, Mania.
Nah, no, maybe not.
Who else would he? Who's
Who's Cody gonna face at Mania?
We need to get a sweepstake going on because this is like the ideas are
All
just
up
like
in the air.
yeah.
I don't know, I have no idea.
Anyway, we'll get back to that as the weeks go on and more Kickout podcast down the line. Anything else happen on Raw? You have anything to talk about? Before we move on to your subject of the day?
Well, no, I already jumped in with my Gunter needs to drop the title. I mean,
Yeah, Gunter. Yeah, I agree with that.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's not an
I'm
unpopular opinion.
off. I'm off Gunter.
No.
Yeah.
I'm off Gunter.
Oh, we got our first women's intercontinental title champion.
Lara Valkyria.
Valkyria?
Lara Valkyria.
Is that the right decision?
Is that a star? I mean, I didn't watch her much at NXT. I've seen her live. I've seen her wrestle live, and I've seen some of her work. Character-wise, she doesn't really do it for me. I don't know. I know she says that the crow thing is like a warrior god in Ireland, so she's embodying that
Jesus.
tradition.
And that's it.
Is that no then?
I would have preferred Dakota Kai.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because she's got some personality, and I understand her. She, damage control, and she's worked hard for years. But I have no problem with her winning the IC title. It's interesting.
I did.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, I really wanted Dakota Kai.
You wanted
to
Dakota
win.
Kai,
Yeah,
yeah.
I felt like she deserved it.
Of all the women on the roster, you think those should have been the 2 that were in the final?
I don't necessarily think it should have been them 2, but it was good to give like
Somebody new a chance, yeah.
mid Carter. That's where them 2 sit.
Yeah.
So it worked for that, but I don't know about Lara
Who
Valkyria.
would you have given the women's first? Okay. If it wasn't Dakota Kai and Lara, who would you want to wanted in that position? To win
I
the
did not watch this,
Okay.
so that's why I can't have a voice in
That's a good
this.
point.
But your description of the crow thing is crazy. That's what I'm holding on to. I'm just like, well, damn. I was like, I need to go back.
The only crow I want to see in wrestling is Sting.
There you go.
You know?
I do think I think it's been like women's mid card belts have been overdue, so I'm happy about that. We
But,
didn't
question.
Chelsea Green.
I love that Chelsea Green won the US.
Yeah.
She deserved that. But wouldn't you not want it to be something original that is special to the women?
So not called the Intercontinental.
Not
title,
IC,
yeah.
not everything that's a spin-off of a men. It's not a men's title, but it's a spin-off of a title that's already had a legacy and a lineage and whatever. Could you not have built a new lineage? I have no problem, by the way, with US and IC women. I have no problem at all. But I'm just saying, wouldn't it be nice if you gave them a new? Because I just think too many titles are the same title.
Yeah.
It's a bit boring.
Yeah.
At least give us something new. But then again,
name.
that being said, I can understand why they did it, because would people have taken these new titles seriously?
Right.
At least with the IC in US, there's some sort of, you can now be like, oh, there's a US
like
IC
prestige.
version, the
It's already-
prestige.
it's already
there.
got prestige,
I get
you know
it.
what I mean?
You know what? Take back what I said.
And because now there needs to be a build up. But do you know what? As you were talking, do you know what I would love to see? And we probably won't see it because we're in the PG era. I would love to see a women's hardcore title.
That'd be hard.
That would
That'd
be
be
so.
And you know what? And
sick.
that's a fair point.
Yeah.
Because there's women out there that want to have the
They are
matches.
on
They want to go on
smoke.
those garbage matches. They want to get
Yeah.
mashed up kendo. They want to mash up other women. And it's like, there's an audience there for that. So
Yeah.
we maybe need to be a bit, we can't just look at women as one way. Women are so diverse, you know what I
I'll
mean?
give that title to Io Sky.
Io Sky as a women's
Yeah.
hardcore champion.
Yeah.
That'd be sick.
Yeah,
I would
for
love
sure. But yeah, I think like mid card titles for the women was definitely something that's overdue.
Yeah.
So let's just book them properly, though, man. Let's not make them silly. Like, let's make sure that although
And let's have more than one women's match on a pay-per-view,
Thank
on a
you.
show.
100%.
Now you got a mid card, now you got the
Thank
world
you.
title. Have multiple women matches on the show. I don't understand why
Yeah.
this is still an issue. Why they can't figure out.
And when
what's
they
going
do
on
it, I
there.
don't want one of those bubblegum matches either where it's just
That's
like
it.
maybe they'll do one main and then one small event in the middle where it's like some random 6-woman tag and
Dead.
it's over in 5 minutes.
Yeah,
like,
dead.
Like, I want to see over the top rope. I don't want to see through the middle.
Yeah.
Make it long, like make it last.
100%.
Yeah.
I love that. I love
There you
that.
go.
And any other talking points on Raw before we move on?
I just want to say that I think that KO should beat Cody Rhodes at the Royal Rumble.
Why do people want this?
I do 100%.
Why?
I think
I
like
don't get this.
I think
because
I
I like
think
him.
I think this is
I love KO. Don't get it twisted. I love KO.
I love KO.
But I don't think anyone should be beating Cody leading into Mania.
Why?
Cody needs to lose the title at Mania.
Why? Why is that a thing? Why does that have to happen?
Okay, and who do you want KO to face at Mania if he wins the title?
Sami Zayn.
Oh. That's just a whole load of history. That's what that.
To be fair,
No, I don't know,
fair.
but I do think that KO should win the title. I do. I actually do. I even think his argument, everything that he's saying is right.
he's right.
Everything he's saying is
He is
like
right.
I'm behind him.
yeah, 100%.
Like I think
No, he's actually right.
He's actually right.
Yeah.
Maybe it's
Do you not
'cause I
think so?
just don't- I don't. I've never taken to Kevin Owens. I don't know what it is. From that time he betrayed Sami Zayn, it's just been downhill from there. It's never repaired in my soul. I'm sorry.
it.
Sorry, Kay, if you watch this, but
That's why I'm
not
thinking they
sorry.
do the Sammy thing too much. And I understand it. They're best friends. They have this journey.
Yeah, but
WrestleMania match, but it's
No.
always them two.
It's gonna be them again.
yeah.
No, I'm not even saying. I'm not saying for WrestleMania. I don't know who.
Cody
Kevin
Bear
Owens-
retained that title. That's what I'm saying.
Maybe it's a rubber match.
Cody Bear retained
Maybe
the title.
Cody
tell you
loses
this now.
and then gets it back at Mania.
You rebuilding up to Mania, you're gonna regret Cody lost that title if you ever did.
How many
Why?
PPVs before WrestleMania?
We have
Elimination
It's probably like
Chamber,
what, 4?
About
Three?
3 maybe. There'll probably be a few events before.
Rumble,
Elimination Chamber.
Are they gonna do Saudi before Mania?
Maybe, I don't know.
I think also like KO just stays losing to Cody Rhodes. Like, if he loses again, that's 3.
That's good.
That's
Steph-
not
Steph Rollins
Kinda
lost
has to
3.
win, you know.
true.
And that's just bad for his image. Like, how many times are we gonna do
Nah,
this?
but that's, you got to build Cody, man.
Really?
Seth Rollins lost 3 times to Cody. That's Seth Rollins.
Seth needs
the
to stop
architect.
losing as well.
No,
He
he
does
really
stop
does.
losing. He does. He's keeping
Drew as well. Like all these guys need
Yeah.
to stop losing. They really do.
I saw a clip where he was talking about like he was trying to say that he was jealous of Cody, but said I wasn't jealous of him, but then I think through that the jealousy will still be there. So that's definitely affecting these storylines 100% because
Yeah.
they see that in the back.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I think the best thing at the moment is you can't predict where this is going, and I
Yeah.
think that's
why it's
really
amazing.
exciting.
It's a good time to be a
I think
wrestling fan.
we've had manias where like come November after Survivor Series, you know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
You know who's going to win the Rumble. You know who's going to go into Mania. Right now, we have no idea.
It's
like,
brilliant.
Cena's back. Is he going to win? Is Cody Rhodes going to retain? Is Punk going to win the Royal Rumble? What's going on with Roman Reigns? What is the secret the favor that CM Punk asked Paul Heyman? Is that going to affect what? It's just like, there's so many things that are up in the air. It's just a super exciting time to be a wrestling fan. Awesome, really.
It is. It's actually really good. Do you think, one last question, do you think they should book Cena? How do you think they should book Cena's last year in WWE? I'll go to you first, Tay. We're going to go down this way. What would you do?
I feel like he's probably going to have to put over some of the new guys. And then just build... I wouldn't say like...
win a little
Yeah.
and then lose.
Lose a little bit. Just build them up. Because he's really good on the mic. Most times. But just like kind of help them as well as him exiting as well. And just have like a really good match at Mania. That's it, really.
That's it. You don't think anything else exciting?
No, I don't think he's going to do anything.
I've got my
exciting,
prediction,
no.
but you go ahead.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think he's going to be exciting. I just think he's going to have... And I don't actually think he's going to put people over. I think he's going to
Really?
have good matches with people. Like,
Really?
He'll have a good match with like Carmelo Hayes and like... He'll just have good matches, but not put them over.
Nicky, what
Any
would you
night.
do?
I don't think he'll win. I don't think he'll put them over. I think he's just going to have a string of good matches and then have a meaningful match at the end with somebody from his history.
Okay, Nikki?
Do you know what? I'm not too sure because he did the whole if you want some, come get some. Like, we've seen that before. But it's very hard for me to think about, like, who's he really going to face that's going to be exciting. Even if he does go on the streak where he might lose a bit, might win a bit. I don't know because John Cena's done it all, in my mind anyway. He's done so many great things. But I would like to see a good, like, storyline at one of the pay-per-views. Like, I want, like, Nikki Bella to come back for them to have like, an awkward... No, literally, for them to have an awkward
That'd be
encounter
hard.
backstage. They don't have to say anything. It's just a stare.
To be
And they
fair, that
bounce.
could possibly happen. She was in the audience at the first
Yeah,
Raw
she
last
was.
week. So
So, like, just something like that.
you guys
but
are missing something
match-wise,
important, though.
Yeah,
Go on.
what?
He needs to match Flair. He needs to beat Flair record.
Of the 16 times, yeah.
He's matched
He kind
it.
of does,
I don't think he
actually.
needs to do
He's
that.
16.
No, he
but
does.
Yes,
make
he
it
does.
17, really
Is
does.
it?
Yeah.
Do you think it's more important that he does that or wins the IC belt?
No, forget the
No,
IC.
no.
He's never had
no.
it.
So
Doesn't
The
matter.
World Championship
No.
is...
nobody cares.
No.
I'd, I'd be more excited
He
about...
has to
He
beat
needs
Braun
to beat
Breaker.
Flair's record. You know
The
why?
That is
Why?
off the
Because
rails.
Flair has the record.
16.
Flair.
Let Flair be the best, innit?
No, he can't.
Flair.
No.
Sexual
lying.
assault. Sexual
Yeah,
assault.
we
Flair.
No,
Oh,
no.
so you
Okay.
they want to erase
They,
it?
they
Yeah.
might have to erase
Can
that.
you tell him to stop?
I love Flair. Don't get it twisted. Flair's my guy.
So
but
they want to
he's got a
erase him out the
checkered
book.
past.
Yeah.
So they need to get.
That would be
Cena.
so great, but when would it happen?
Yeah,
Because if
exactly.
it happened at WrestleMania, so predictable, and I don't think it would be
Nah,
enjoyable.
it won't be. Raw's on Netflix now.
Yeah, like,
It'll be a Raw episode.
do you think so?
Yeah.
Because to get that
Movie
17
cinema.
and retire, it sets the bar for everybody else in the locker room.
He needs to match the record, but I also think you know what he's gonna do. I think he's gonna. Oh, okay, all
Cena
right.
with the
All right,
champion. That's
Ace might be
boring.
right. Forget him
That is so
actually beating the
boring.
record. Yeah.
We've seen it.
What he might do
bare
is
times.
he might use that as a clutch for this last run.
Yeah.
I need to beat Flair's record. And he loses every time.
But
it's-
That would be
forbid.
pretty cool.
It's
No,
only
that's
interesting
not-
if he does it. No, but it's only
don't like that.
At the end.
That is only
Just jobs all the
interesting
time. Just jobs
if-
all the time. Every time, Ace. Just jobs. Just loses. Every match.
Every single time.
Every match.
That is only interesting if he does it as a heel. Like he's so desperate to get this
He
last
does some
title,
dodgy stuff.
and he does it as a. That's interesting.
That'd be pretty cool.
But just to have him come out and win it, it's just like we've seen you win bare
that,
times.
that might
like,
work. So he's
boring.
picture it, go on a rampage,
Yeah.
see Nikki Bella backstage, switch.
You really want Nikki
and then,
Bella?
like, because we need to build
You
this
want
up,
this Nikki
and then
Bella?
he would just go mad, start
Start going
switching.
nuts.
Caesar, continue switching. Listen, they can do whatever they want with that bit, but that's my piece. I would love to.
I would
see
love
that.
to see him as a heel, man. I think that's the only thing that will make it.
Yeah,
interesting.
All right. So yeah, we're all excited
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
about WWE this year. I think it's going to be really good with the whole Netflix merger and everything. And if you have looked at Netflix and all the content they've got
Oh my
there,
God.
they've got NXT, they've got SmackDown, History,
listen,
they've got
my
Raw.
phone was on Do Not Disturb that
Yeah.
day. I was like, I felt like a kid in a candy store. Okay, I was gonna say something. I'm not gonna say it. I wasn't gonna no, I was it. But then I felt like a kid in the candy store. I was like, everything is here. I was like, this is my childhood here. So all the manias that I ever watched in bits, because some of them I didn't watch it for the duration. I think there was like 4 of them. Oh, just now I finished watching them already.
Oh, really?
Oh, listen, that Saturday I stayed in my house.
Back to the moon.
And listen, I didn't even blink an eyelid. It was amazing.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
It's good.
It's good to have everything, especially even Netflix being able to watch it in the morning.
And
you
the
know what I mean?
pay-per-views as well. You can watch all the pay-per-views.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, so you got a question for us?
Well, my question was about Gunter. We've kind of all agreed on that. But I also wanted to just quickly mention Obafemi.
He's doing good, man.
He is hard.
Yeah, he's
That's
sick.
Pause.
Shout out to Obafemi. Shout out to Obafemi.
He
Yeah,
is
he's
sick.
Did you see the promo you cut on NXT?
Amazing.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
he doesn't skip a beat. Like he has the crowd in the palm of his hands. He's a sick wrestler.
Got big plans for him.
I love everything. I love like how he flipped out of the accent and went
Yeah.
straight. He is the next guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he will be.
What would you do
Sure.
with him on the main roster?
Put
I
him
think
where they put Gunter.
Yeah.
Like, that's
the only place.
Yeah.
I think Obafemi Gunfer has to happen. I think as a debut, him beating Gunfer will be a big look. I think they need to book him like a black Brock Lesnar. He needs to be like Brock Lesnar.
He's hard.
He needs to be booked just dominant and just tearing through the whole locker room.
And they need someone like that. If
Yeah.
you're to build him like that with some longevity as well, because that could possibly help his longevity too. Because a lot of these, especially like a lot of these guys, where we get so pumped up for them, they come and have like they're good, but them being good, that run is very short. Yeah. So for
No,
him,
it's true.
it was good to like build him in a way where that longevity can happen and everybody can see it, not just some people. Even if you're not a fan of his, that you can see it happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just put everything on him straight away. Belts, everything. Build him strong.
My big question, my unpopular opinion is tag team wrestling dead?
Good question.
Is
little.
tag team wrestling finished? I think like every now and then it goes for a lull, and then I think we've had errors where they've just thrown two people together and just tried to make it work. I think every now and then we get a section of like wrestling where it's good, and then all of a sudden it falls off. It just feels like at the moment we're in no man's land. There's no team that I'm really invested in. I love the Motor City Machine Guns, and I watched them when they were in TNA. It was great to see them in WWE,
But they've lost it.
they've lost it. It's not.
they're
I think
not-
they
they're
came maybe
They haven't
like
got the intensity they once had.
they came about 8 years too late.
Well, yeah, and also there was another tag team called the Young Bucks that kind of took their style.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
It has mastered it.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say they're better than Motor City Machine Guns. They are.
Are they?
They are.
Young Bucks are not as good as they once were.
No, not now, but they
Yeah.
could still go.
Yeah.
They could still. I know they're younger. I know they're younger than the Motor City Machine Guns, so it works. But Motor City Machine Guns, when they were in TNA, that was prime
Yeah.
wrestling. stuff.
That was when they were good.
But yeah, unfortunately, I think they've come to WWE a bit too late. They can't carry the league, the tag division, the way they want them to. So it's.
I just don't think we got like really good tag teams anymore.
But let's list them.
I like fractions compared to tag
Yeah.
teams. Yeah.
You like factions?
Yeah.
Factions,
Did I say fractions?
Yeah, you
Jesus
did.
Christ.
You're
Algebra.
thinking maths, isn't it?
I like
Algebra in your head,
Not
isn't it?
I said fractions. Wow, that is very wild.
Math.
Yeah.
So we got who have we got? We got the Street Profits, obviously.
Street Profits,
War.
War Raiders.
War Raiders, A-Town Down Under.
Yep. Finn and JD.
Yeah,
I don't even see them as
yeah,
a tag
they're
team.
I
not.
know,
They're
I
just-
know, I know, I know.
Who else have we got? Pretty
Motor-
Deadly.
Pretty Deadly.
yeah.
Motor City Machine Guns.
The LWO.
Okay.
It's not good. Like
Yeah,
it's just not
really-
good at the moment. Like who are the tag team that we're really rooting for? Like who are the guys? I think like the most cohesive, and I don't want to say this just because I'm black, are the Street Profits.
But they are
then
the most because yeah, they are.
they
Yeah,
are
yeah,
like,
yeah.
but I kind of understand why they're not champions, because like there's nothing. They're just great at what they do. There's no.
Oh, DIY.
Yeah.
Another tag team.
Even DIY feel more like two great wrestlers that have been put together. They don't necessarily feel like a team.
But they work as a tag team.
It works.
Yeah, it works.
But
I feel like a lot of tag team wrestling for me right now is very skippable.
I agree.
Like I don't mind getting up and going for a quick wee, like when it's on,
No, I hear
or
that.
going to put my food in the microwave. Like yeah, it's there's no excitement. So I really just had to think just now about tag teams, and I'm just like, huh?
Yeah.
Because yeah, for me, there's no there's not enough action there for me at the moment. Even with the women as well, to be fair.
I think
Yeah.
I think the women tag teams are is in a
Well,
really
Jade
bad-
and Bianca was kind of carrying the division for a
Yeah.
little while, but it's
Even when I saw them together, I didn't think they needed to be together.
they didn't. But
I
I
think
guess
they worked well individually.
Jade needed some extra help. I think that's probably what it is. So they think.
Give her a bit of experience. But go back to the men's. Do you think like the New Day's heel turn is gonna pick them back up?
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah.
The New Day's heel turn is
I like it.
I like it.
I do like
need
it,
them
yeah.
to
because
like.
they are funny. Like on the mic, they are crazy. Like their charisma to that role is to a T. I still like them.
Yeah, of
like
course.
still love them.
But yeah, I love them too. But I was hoping that they turned them heel so they can elevate as solo stars. They'd be still together.
Yeah.
Be a faction, but I want to see Xavier go for an IC belt. I want to see Kofi go for the world title, or Xavier step up to the world title. You know what I mean? Like they've won it all.
Where do you think they're going with this?
I don't think Xavier will get
I don't
there.
know. I don't think they thought it through.
No, there's a plan.
Triple H had some blunders.
No,
you know?
there's an end result. And I
Well,
know
Big E,
that-
return
I think
of Big E.
people think maybe Big E will return, but
Big E's come back in the Rumble.
But he'll return and do what? That's my thing.
He's gonna be alright. He's gonna have to be an active wrestler.
I know. But is
He's
he
back,
joining
he's
the
back.
new? Is he going to
To
join
do
the
what?
new?
No, he's gonna eliminate them both for the Royal Rumble.
That could be.
Yeah.
That's
what
crazy.
they're gonna do.
Okay,
He's
that
coming back
could
in the
work.
Rumble.
Okay.
Just eliminate- it's right there. Kofi and Xavier gonna work together, eliminate a few people together, probably cut a promo on the mic, say how you guys, and then Big E's music's gonna hit.
Or how do we not know this is a ruse? How do we not know that they didn't plan this whole thing and then together they come back together at the end?
That'll be a waste of time.
I don't know, man. I hated the heel turn. Not that I like that they did the heel turn. I just didn't like the way they did it. I thought like the
Okay.
execution was disgusting. I thought like everyone's acting was just
Yeah, it wasn't.
it was so poor. Like
And they're usually so good.
yeah, I thought everyone's acting was so bad.
It was a bit. Everyone loved it, and it was a bit gassed in it. It wasn't that good. Was it?
Nah, it wasn't good.
Yeah, you broke your neck. So what? It's just like,
And Biggie's like, like it was just
yeah, Big E, you gonna do this to me? Standing there like,
I can't like he's too big to be doing some of the maneuvers. Like even just like his posture, so I'm like you're
it
moving
was
too
like-
fast.
yeah,
like
yeah.
relax. But
yeah, tag team might be dead.
yeah.
I don't know.
how do they get people to care again? That's the
Yeah,
thing. Do you know what I mean?
it's all been done before, isn't
It's
it?
all kind of been done. It's very difficult to get to us up to a point where we like care about a team. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's true. It's like what you're saying. Factions are probably like we care more about Judgment
They
Day
hold
or
for a lot
like
longer.
the bloodline. Or, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? But like tag team wrestling is just not it at the moment.
All right, so are we gonna conclude this with a 10 bell count for tag team wrestling?
Stop it. Stop.
Yeah,
Don't do it.
We're gonna have to. Is it done?
yeah, we're gonna have to.
Okay.
That comes up.
There you go. Thank you.
Thank you very much to all the tag teams.
He sat so still.
Rest in peace, tag team, man.
Rest in peace, tag team wrestling, man.
We had some great tag teams in the history. The Road Warriors. What are some of the great tag teams that come to your mind now that we've this?
The Beverly Brothers.
The Beverly Brothers
I
was
joking.
they're actually quite good. There wasn't. You wouldn't put them in your top. But
Hardys,
Absolutely,
obviously.
the Hardys,
The Dudley Boys.
Dudley Boys.
Sorry, can I just add
Edge
the
and
funniest
Christian.
one?
Go on.
Edge and
Edge and Christian was
Edge and
brilliant.
Christian.
Yeah.
What's it? Is it Crime Time?
Right.
Yeah.
I heard a clip of someone like laughing their ass off because they were like, they made these two black guys from Brooklyn
Yeah.
fight in pedal pushers
Yeah.
and Tim.
Timberlands.
That is crazy. And it didn't
Timberlands.
register
Yeah.
years later until then.
Vince-
I'm like,
Vince
that
is a
is
wild boy.
mad.
Vince
is a
Vince
wild
was
boy.
crazy. Yeah.
Heart Foundation,
Art Foundation.
the Rockers,
Steiner Brothers.
Steiner Brothers,
Who else?
the Heavenly Brothers.
They're heavy.
They used to beef with
the Rockers.
yeah, I said the Rockers. Yeah,
Oh, did you say
Midnight
that?
Express.
Okay.
Rock and Roll Express.
Do you respect DX as a tag team?
I was gonna say, I was thinking.
No,
that was like
I respect
faction.
New Age Outlaws.
New Age Outlaws, but
as
not
a tag team.
Not Shawn
and Triple H. They weren't a
nah.
tag team now.
So Billy and
Billy and the Road Dogg.
Road Dogg,
The Road
yeah.
Dogg, Jesse James.
his K-Rolls used to kill me.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
for real.
Messi
Crazy.
came
We're not gonna respect D'Lo and Mark Henry as a tag team, are we? Nah. Head Cheese, Al Snow and Steve Blackman. No. The Headbangers.
Stop picking up
Their little perky.
Yeah, little Headbangers. No.
No, but Dino,
Headbangers were alright, you know.
that was
They're
hilarious.
actually a good tag team, though.
What was that random tag team? And they weren't good. With them, they were like, I don't know, they came out in like some kind of S&M kind of outfit, and then they had this black woman. I can't remember.
Oh,
No.
No, you're talking about the Basham Brothers.
The Basham
The
Brothers.
Basham Brothers. The
That's
Basham
Oh,
it.
and
Brothers.
is it Victoria? No, Ivory.
No.
What was her
I
name?
can't remember who she is.
No, it wasn't Jacqueline. It was a tall black woman.
Yeah.
Hench.
Hench.
What was her name?
I know her name because I can see
But the
her.
Basham Brothers was the tag team.
And she used to
And
drag
she used
them
to come
around
out with
their
them.
neck.
Yeah, she had a whip. They were like a
She used to wear a
dominatrix.
red
Yeah.
set. It was
Black
always
was black,
a
black,
red or
black.
black set.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
Basham Brothers,
yeah.
the two bald guys.
Yeah, the Basham Brothers. It's that dominatrix. Eddie and Chavo tag team. Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, they were good. Oh, the world's greatest tag team, Shelton and Charlie Haas.
of course.
Great tag team.
Really good tag team.
I'm trying to think of her name.
Eddie Guerrero and Chavo was called the Los Guerreros, wasn't they?
They was. Anyway, tag team wrestling, we need to bring it back. Can
Yeah,
we-
make tag team wrestling great again.
Let's make tag team wrestling
After the
great again.
10 bell salute.
Yeah, after we killed it.
After we just RIP'd them.
Before we wrap up,
Yes.
I think we should end on this because this is a name that hasn't come up in this entire episode, and I'm surprised because I think right now the most promising person on the whole roster is Jacob Fatu.
Yeah.
And I would love to know what everybody sees his future. Where do we go with this guy? Because he is sick.
Yes.
Amazing wrestler. Like the fans are like the crowd are really feeling him. He's very believable. Everything he seems to do,
Engaging.
very engaging. Like he's the breakout star of the bloodline
Yep.
easily. And we're talking about
You're not
was
a
that
fan?
You're not a fan?
No, not that I'm not a fan, but and let me go for my words.
Okay. Like,
Yeah.
I think like with all of the guys that have been involved in this bloodline storyline, we're talking about the Usos, Tamatonga, the other brother that's not
Tangaloa.
the other guy that's not around.
Tangaloa.
Like, all of the like everyone because these are all talented wrestlers. Like everyone talks about him. Roman Reigns. Everyone talks about Jacob Fatu. Like we can see that he is gonna have a future in WWE. But what is this future? Where do we go with him? Like now that Roman Reigns has the Ulafala, like where do we go with this storyline? And more importantly, what happens with Jacob now that the storyline seems to have come to not a conclusion, but it's kind of like plateauing.
Well, I think you're gonna have to. You have to remember one thing that happened in War Games. What did Roman Reigns do to Solo at War Games? Do you remember?
He speared him.
Yeah, but before that, what did he do before he spared him? Just before he spared him,
I don't remember.
he reached his arms out for him.
Oh yeah.
He wants Solo back.
So you think Solo's gonna go back to
the
Roman?
whole original bloodline are gonna reunite at one point.
So Solo's gonna go
included,
back.
and that's when Jacob.
Will
We'll
turn.
break free.
No, he'll turn. He'll turn. He'll
Yeah.
become the main guy of wherever he wants to become the main guy. of.
Yeah.
So he will have his own faction.
I think he's already losing. I think he's already losing a little bit of faith in Solo because he lost the Ulafala to Reigns. He didn't. I think. I don't know. I could be wrong, but I saw something on the internet where because I didn't see SmackDown properly this week, but I saw something in how he's already hasn't referenced saying "I love you, Solo"
No,
this
he
week.
didn't do it this week.
He didn't do it this week because he lost the Ulafala.
But I think
I think there's little seeds are being planted where Solo's gonna get betrayed and he's gonna find his way back to the original bloodline, and then Jacob will probably bring in some more of the bloodline dynasty, more Samoans.
They're gonna have their own TV show.
honestly,
Yeah.
honestly,
Remember, because some of them have signed already.
Yeah.
I remember
Yeah.
the Tama brothers is already
Yeah,
signed. One of the, what's his name? Fukulele or something? I can't remember his name.
That one,
But-
Sunzilla.
Yeah, they've signed. They're coming.
So he'll have there'll be like bloodline 3.0.
Hukaleo, right? Hukaleo, right?
Remember this?
His
There's
name's
a
This is
few
the
of
next
them.
bloodline
Yeah.
now.
Yeah,
I feel like he needs to just be on his own.
yeah. Maybe he needs to be in his own.
Why is that? Was that never anybody? No one thought Reigns versus Jacob for Mania main event.
oh,
I don't know if they're there yet.
Yeah.
With
No.
Jacob.
There's still time.
This time it could happen. But
because I'm just
shout.
thinking it'll be interesting to see how here's the thing. As much as I said I like fractions, but then did I say fractions again? Oh God,
I don't think you said it that time.
did I not say it? Okay. Anyway, it's like
Math be mathing.
when it's time for somebody to have like their own individual time to shine, it's harder. Especially when you can see that they're very talented. Especially like the Bloodline, for example, like they all have like different levels of star quality. They different levels, but they all have it. That's what I think. So I think that's what will make it a bit difficult. So for me, it's just very simple as we'll have to wait and see because they all have it. Because comparing it to what we were saying about tag teams, in a tag team, you always know who's stronger. You always know who is better at something else and who shines more. But then when you have like
A bunch of stars together.
yeah, a bunch of
it's
stars
crazy.
together is like,
Yeah.
all right, we're just gonna have to wait and see.
I think
Yeah.
Jacob Fatu will probably beat Cena this year.
Do you think so?
Maybe that's
Yeah.
the main event.
Yeah, see, well, or Cena's match at Mania.
Yeah, I'm
That's
too
what I mean,
optimistic
yeah,
about
so
Cena.
not main event.
Yeah,
When I say main event, I mean Cena's
Cena's main event.
Cena's main event.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Jacob Fatu's like
It's gonna be this.
He's the
Can we
guy.
just quickly talk about Royal Rumble before we wrap up?
Yeah, no.
This Royal Rumble's gonna be stacked.
Yeah.
too
Okay.
stacked.
Like it's going to got. I think I got some names down
I don't
here.
think there's room for surprises. That's how stacked it is.
I don't think they need any. Just a few people from NXT. That's it.
I don't even know if there's room for NXT guys, unless like Obafemi would
Yeah,
be
of course.
sick.
Yeah.
Obafemi
Bring
would be
him up.
great.
I hope AJ comes back.
But look, in terms of the men, they've got LA Knight, John Cena, CM Punk, Jey Uso, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and Drew McIntyre already.
Crazy.
Through the names in the hat. And then only women's is just Nia Jax. But but the men's look very stacked. And I think the men's is going to be quite a serious one.
It's gonna be
it's
sick.
gonna be serious.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
I can't call it. I'm
think
thinking Punk.
It's gonna be Punk.
Yeah.
Punk's never won the Royal Rumble.
He's never
Yeah,
main event
never.
Mania.
And he's
It's
never
his
main
time to
evented
main event
Mania.
Mania. It's his
Yeah,
time.
yeah, I think this is the time for him to do it.
It'll be too late next year.
Well, this has been great.
This has been awesome.
Any last words before we sign off, guys? Anything from you, Nikki?
It's been fun.
Yes, thank you
It's
for
been
joining
great.
us, and we're going to have more
You got
episodes of
homework
you.
to do as well.
I've got bare homework. And the thing is, I've got so many things to think about because as you lot are talking, I'm like, damn, I didn't even think of that. But like, yeah, and I'm like, I don't know how I see things. So yeah,
Anything from you, Tay?
No, good.
You're good for now?
Happy to be back.
Ace?
Yeah, man, we'll be back soon.
Yeah.
For sure.
Talk some more wrestling, and we got the Royal Rumble review to do before the end of the month. So
It's all coming up. That's really quickly, actually.
yeah,
Yeah.
we got the Royal Rumble predictions episode.
Saturday night main event soon as well.
Oh yeah, it's that main event. Yeah. All right, yeah.
All right.